Hey, what's up guys? Rideshare guy here. And today I've got a video for you about Juno, and they're now accepting pre-registration for new drivers. So I didn't see a big announcement or anything like that, so honestly I don't even know if I should be telling you, but a few days ago I noticed a few links floating around, and it looks like they're now accepting pre-registration in all cities across the United States. So I'll leave a link, you guys can go and check that out. But I've talked about Juno in the past, and basically, if you're not familiar with them, they're an up and coming competitor to Uber that started in New York, and they've been insanely popular with drivers, right? They're very new, but they have a few ways, a few ways to kind of sum up their approach, I guess you would say, is that they're kind of going big or going home, right? They're really going for this, and they're really looking to take on Uber. They have basically come up with what I think is one of the driver friendliest models. They have lower commissions than Uber, 24/7 phone support, tipping option, and drivers actually get equity in the company, and even a few other things I believe too. So I probably sort of sound like a Juno spokesman at this person. You guys can check out the video for a little bit more full info and kind of what the company is like. But as of today, the company is actually still only doing trips in New York, but it looks like they're getting ready to expand, right? They've opened up this pre-registration, and typically these companies will test the market in one city and then kind of slowly and or sometimes rapidly expand from there. So honestly, I wouldn't get your guys' hopes up about this if I didn't think Juno was actually doing something special, that they're doing something that I'm impressed by, right? Everything they've done, I think they've done a great job so far of really focusing on the things that drivers care about most, right? Kind of like the top 5 complaints that drivers have about Uber. Juno has gone and addressed those. So that's sort of why I'm kind of creating content and talking about Juno. Their CEO seems like a super brilliant guy, Tom and Marco. He's got experience launching big companies, successful companies. You can look into his last one, Viber, that sold for hundreds of millions of dollars. And they've also just done a great job focusing their resources on the areas where Uber is weakest, right? Like I said, Juno has literally addressed the top 5 complaints that I hear from Uber drivers, right? The big question though with Juno and their marketing plan is, are they going to be able to get Uber passengers over to Juno, right? Because a lot of drivers tell me how much they loved Lyft because they're a driver-friendly alternative, but at the end of the day, they just don't have the same ride volume as Uber. With Juno, I think that's going to be their big question too, right? They're trying to save money on marketing by not offering big referral bonuses to drivers and not spending a lot on advertising. And then they're going to charge the passengers less with all the money that they save. So is that going to work? We'll see. I hope that it will, because, for drivers, I think it's important that there's competition, right? Lyft, Uber, and now Juno, all these options are a good thing for drivers, right? More companies fighting over you. Uber is obviously aware of what Juno is doing, so it wouldn't surprise me to see some of these features that Juno is doing that have really resonated with drivers. It wouldn't surprise me to go and see Uber copy them. And in the long run, I think all these companies fighting over drivers is definitely going to be a good thing. So if you guys want to pre-register for Juno, it's a pretty simple process. You just go on there, and I think they're guaranteeing 10.5% commission basically for the next 2 years if you pre-register with their link when they come to your city. So definitely check that out. I'll leave a link in the show notes if you guys want to pre-register, and let me know your thoughts about Juno. If you have any questions, let me know. So feel free to like, subscribe to the channel, and look forward to hearing from you soon.